picks almost each and every day in the regular season, playoffs every once a week, twice a week, something like that. But 2 game slate here. Joined as always with chrissair DFS. How are you doing today, Chris?
I think you're very, very quiet. I'm not sure if it's just me though, but I'm doing well. Excited for the slate here, as always. Yeah, missed the last few 10 a.m. our time, so that would have been like a 7 a.m. show. So yeah, I'm excited here.
Nice. I think it's better. Is it better now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think my mic on my computer system audio is kind of muted, but yeah. Where do we start, Chris? Just go over some success in the Discord, I guess. A bit of it.
Yeah,
And there's
I
been
mean
a lot. I
we
guess.
could just go over it. It just doesn't matter. We've been away for a few days, so yeah, we can go over everything.
Who is this guy, Chris? Looks kind of funny here.
Court McGee.
Is he Beast? JaVale McGee?
No, I don't think he's a beast. But I don't know. He won. I didn't watch that fight.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this was a highlight here. $8 into 5.333.33K. Was that split 2 ways?
I think 3 ways. I was winning first solo before the last fight, and then this one moved ahead. So glad I glad I had one at the top, but it would have been better if it was solo, of course.
What's the secret? You keep shipping these. You keep shipping these routinely. It's insane. Every week, every other week. If it was every day, you'd be making 10K a day.
No, I mean, I had like 3 weeks or so where I I think the week before I was pretty close. I was talking about I had one fighter who had like 30 points. I had him. I was the highest placed lineup with him, so if he got like 70 more, I think I was talking about him. He was a big favorite. I would have been first, but yeah, it's good to see this one be able to get there.
So you say 3 weeks ago, but that's only 3 slates ago, and one of those slates you almost had it as well. It's too easy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I mean,
Maybe
it's
I'm just
not too easy. You make it look too easy. I guess is more accurate.
yeah, maybe I'm just running hot right now.
Yeah. Not really sure how far back to go. We can go from here. Were there any other like major highlights?
No, I think this is probably too far. 4 days ago, I'm pretty sure we had a show before that day.
Oh, we have WNBA now.
Yeah, but there's only a one game today, single game.
Yeah. Had some requests for that, so we do have it now. So check it out if you have not already. Work in progress, but I think it'll get better over time. We'll see. You played one slate or 2 slates with it?
I played a few slates, but sometimes they just have like one game randomly because there's not a lot of teams there. So yeah,
Got it. Yeah, Nick here, 195, 355. This was, I guess, the same UFC slate over on DK for him. We got Turn and Burn here, 390 into 2K UFC as well on DraftKings. Then we have you here, 585 into 1350, $1,350 on DraftKings. And then, did you say something? Sorry.
no, but I wanted to. Yeah, so we had the same lineup here, but he went 390 to 2K. I only went 600 to 1300. So wish I played some more tournaments there.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, FanDuel 807 into 1450. Solid stuff there. T-Bay here, 1200. Sorry, not 1200. $12 into $16. So he's the bankroll management king right now. Is he the king or Prince Aiden's the king?
No, I don't know. He goes up slowly. Aiden doesn't. So I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, solid stuff from T-Bay here. Got Turn and Burn. This was the 22nd. 600 into 1200 over on DK NBA. 1200 from you into 2200 on DK as well. I think Hasty actually, he discovered some emojis that he told me about that he posted for Thomas, I think. I don't know if it was here. I think it was these ones. He was really proud of these. He said this one, the Meko arm.
Yeah, when I was posting on Twitter, I used to always use that one for the results.
Yeah,
I used to put a robot face and that
yeah, I like that.
countdown.
That was good. He also put the cheese in the slot machine and the Forex currency exchange. I don't get the currency. Is it because it's American to CAD?
I don't know. Just printing, I guess.
Printing. Yeah. I like the slots though. Slots good. Um, but yeah, where were we? I think we did this one. So yeah, this result 1200 to 2200. And we got Nick here, NBA action, crushing it there. Double ups, more double ups, baseball action from Nick, solid stuff. HBK over here, optimizer continues the fire, baseball fire. 261 to 630, so solid stuff there. LFG. Let's go. Then we got Nick here again, 128 into 230. DraftKings, baseball cash. T-Bay, $12 into $24 on FanDuel. With what happened to Chris Paul? Was it like a nerve? Like what was that?
Yeah, something like that. But he played through it. He was playing with one arm. But yeah, I mean, he showed his toughness there.
Didn't Rondo have a one-arm game?
Yeah, I think he broke his elbow or something against the Heat, I think. I don't really remember. I think Dwayne Wade did it.
So Chris Paul had to one-up Rondo.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a regular season game, there's no way that he would come back from that. But yeah, I was glad to see him come back.
Yeah. What do you make of that series? Lakers losing game one. Expected? The Suns are good.
No, I think the Suns were underdogs, but I mean, if Chris Paul is out, then they stand no chance. But should be a fun one if Chris Paul can play.
Yeah, CP3. But yeah, same lineup from you here. Higher stakes though, 2,095 into 4,339. So that's some big digits there, Chris. Solid stuff there. Got Alexei here with the shipment here on FanDuel. NHL. I'm not sure if it was split. Probably not. 250 total prize. Yeah, total prize. So probably not split. But yeah, solid stuff there. We got a lot of sports. Baseball from Aiden. 57, 112. Late slate, 10 to 20. 54, 104. NHL. After hours, 11 to 30. Main slate, 55 to 107. So lots of stuff. 10 to 22 on DraftKings. 10 to 22 as well. 10 to 20. And then let me click all these. 50 to 102, 10 to 26. These just posted. These fresh off the press.
Yeah.
Nice. Got to add some down here. Which one should I add, Chris?
I mean, all of them.
Pikachu?
Yeah.
How do you say this one, Chris?
Pogu.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Are you clicking them?
Yeah,
Nice.
clicking them.
But yeah, let's get into the slate here, Chris. So only 2 games, so it should be a pretty quick show here. But I mean, the timing was pretty good. It's not too early in the morning, so we'll do a show. Anything you want to say about the slate, about the playoffs, anything like that, Chris? Anything unexpected? Any players playing more than you thought? Bigger roles, smaller roles, stuff like that?
No, not really. I mean, we're probably gonna have the same format for a while here. Same as the playing games, 2-game slate. So we'll go over the main slate and then the single game slate. Yeah, I think it's just 2 games every day now from now on. So, yeah, I mean it's playoff time, so starters get more minutes, studs get more minutes, less value. So we kind of have to go to more thin value plays like Monte Morris, Austin Rivers, guys like that. Rocco as well. So, yeah, I mean, just minutes. Minutes equal money in the playoffs.
Minutes equals money. Crunch also equals money.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. T-Bay says Dwayne is a bit of a diva. I admit, probably didn't think he did anything wrong.
Oh, against Rondo when he broke Rondo's elbow. Did you see the Chris Paul game or 2 days ago? Yesterday? I don't remember.
Well, the game?
Yesterday. Yeah, did you watch it?
I watched the highlights, but what about it?
So I mean, when he got hurt, LeBron went to help him up, and then later in the game, he did a dirty play on LeBron. He pulled his elbow down on the rebound.
Oh yeah.
And then LeBron was hurt, and CP3 didn't even help him at all. But when it was CP3 down, LeBron was like helping him, caring for him, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
CP3 is a winner, right, Chris? Is that the winner's mentality? Is that what some of the old heads would say?
I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what the old heads say.
Yeah. What else? Roll King says, there go the dynamic duo. What's up? T-Bay says, number 15 about to have a special night. Must win for Denver here.
Joker.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because you have to pick between him and Giannis today. But yeah, they're both really good plays.
Yep. DJ says, Torrey Craig season. Do you buy into that, Chris?
No, I had him yesterday. He played 3 minutes, got benched after fumbling a pass from Booker. Would have been a layup. So yeah, he only played like 3 minutes.
And then Rondo's asking, I think I didn't hear Chris right. Did he say from now on there will be only 2-game slates? I see 3-game slates from now on.
Really? Let's see. Oh yeah, 3 tomorrow, 3 the day after, 3 the day after. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get into it, Chris. First, pardon?
Nothing I said. I thought it was 2.
Oh, yeah. Let's get into it, Chris. First game up, Miami, Milwaukee. Let me see what we have here. So we'll go over Miami first. Nobody is out there. Projected starters, none. Robinson, Butler, Ariza, Adebayo. What do you make of the Heat, Chris?
So I have the cover boy on the slate here in Jimmy Butler. He's my favorite play on the slate. Just mid-range, plays a lot of minutes. Wasn't hitting any shots last game. He was missing easy bunnies, but he played 45 minutes. Obviously, that game went into OT. If it didn't, he would have gotten 40 minutes. Shot 4 for 22. So, I mean, that's not going to happen again. He got 44 fantasy points shooting 4 for 22. So, I mean, that just shows all the other stuff he does. He had 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 stocks. So, I mean, I love Butler here. I'm going to lock him in on both sites. I think he's an easy play. I think he's going to be very high owned, just super solid play. So he's my favorite guy on the entire slate. If you want to play anyone else here, I think Bam is also interesting, especially on FanDuel. You can play him at center instead of Jokic, kind of save a little bit of money there. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I do like Bam. He played 40 minutes last game. I think he was in foul trouble, so that's why he kind of played less than usual. Like I said, that game went into OT. But yeah, I like him a lot. When he gets minutes, he crushes just like Butler. So I think he's a solid play. Dragon, I like him as well. We saw it last year in the playoffs. He was just playing out of his mind. He got a few more minutes last game as well. I feel like he's made for playoff basketball. So I like Dragic a lot. He's 5.5 on FanDuel. DraftKings, he's 5K, so a little better price tag there. But yeah, those are probably my favorite guys. I think they're the main guys on the Heat.
Okay. Let's see. Dinda says CP3 equals chrissair 3 the best, and then 6 fire emojis.
I mean, yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
I thought Westbrook's the best.
Yeah. How's your back, by the way? Are you gonna be back on the court anytime soon?
Yeah, probably. I just need to strengthen my core, my lower back, so just don't want to rush it.
Nice. Let's see. Solo says Jimmy Neutron and Tyler buckets for me. Home team for me. Maybe a little bit of Iggy.
Yeah, I mean, I like those guys in tournaments, especially Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Neutron, aka Jimmy Neutron. Don't love Hero. He only played 19 minutes last game. Last year in the playoffs, Dragic was out against the Heat, so that's why he played his big minutes. I mean, he has upside. We know that. He's from Milwaukee, the Milwaukee area, so there's that narrative. But he only played 19 minutes last game, like I said, so I don't love that. Don't feel great about that. But if he gets 30 minutes somehow, then he's going to be a great play. Duncan Robinson, don't mind him as a last piece either. I think he's a decent play.
Did you say Jimmy Neutron, aka Jimmy Neutron? Is that a joke? Was that on purpose? Because he looks like him, or?
I thought I said Duncan Robinson, aka Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, I thought I heard Jimmy Neutron, aka Jimmy Neutron.
No, I think the people call Robinson Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah. Let's see. Rono says 3-game slates way better than 2. David's asking thoughts on Anthony Simons.
I mean, don't love him. I think he's a super solid play in DraftKings Showdown. But But I think in the classic slate, in the 2 game slate, I just don't think you need to go there. He's 4-1 on FanDuel. Was it a DK question?
It just says tournament. That's it. It's from David.
Yeah, 4-1 on FanDuel. Don't like that. 3-3 on DK. I guess that's fine in tournaments. He played 23 minutes last game. I don't expect it to go any higher than that. But I mean, if he's hitting his shots, he can probably get you 6-7x. He did it last game. He shot 5 for 6. So yeah, maybe I don't mind it for value.
Okay, let's go over the Bucks. So just Antetokounmpo out for them, Chris. Projected Thanasis. Did I get you again?
No.
But yeah, Drew Holiday, DiVincenzo, Middleton, Antetokounmpo, Giannis, and then Brook Lopez projected to start. Yeah, Middleton hit the nice game winner there for the Bucks last game out. So I think that's something they needed. I think they need Middleton to be like the finisher for them because Giannis is a brick from the foul line. So sort of a liability if he's the guy. So that's good to see for the Bucks. I'm kind of happy to see that. What do you make of the Bucks here, Chris?
Yeah, so the thing that stood out to me the most is they actually played their guys more minutes. Last year in the playoffs, we saw them play Giannis the same minutes he was playing in the regular season. So he was playing like 34 a game for whatever reason. Last game he played 45, so if it didn't go into OT, it would have been 40. So that really encourages me. It makes me a lot more interested in the Bucks. Feels like they kind of, that's the smart thing to do. You want your best players out there for most of the game in the playoffs. So I have no idea what they were doing last year. It was a big conversation, but I think this year they're kind of doing it right. So yeah, I love Giannis here. I think like I said earlier, there's a decision between him and Jokic. If I had to pick, I'd probably say Jokic on DK, Giannis on FanDuel, just because you got the stocks on FanDuel, and then Jokic triple-double bonus. So I think I like Jokic more on DK and Giannis more on FanDuel, but that's a decision. You could debate for either of them on either site. I think it's, like I said, Giannis on FanDuel, Jokic on DK. But yeah, 10-9 for Giannis on FanDuel. I like that price tag. 10-8 for him on DK. Like that as well. If I'm playing other guys here, we saw Middleton, like you said, hit the game winner last game. He's another guy that played a lot more minutes, so I don't mind him as a last piece. Drew Holiday, same sort of thing. They're both in the 8K price range on both sites, so I don't mind them as last pieces. Might be a little hard to get to them, though, just because we don't have great value on the slate, like I said earlier. So don't mind them. Probably more tournament pieces. Like if this game goes OT, then obviously a game stack here would be good. So I wouldn't mind that. But I think for me, I'm probably going to focus on Giannis the most, and then maybe go down to someone like Dante DiVincenzo. He got more minutes last game as well. He's 5-3 on FanDuel, 4-9 on DK. So I like the price tag on him. He played 37 minutes, so if it didn't go into OT, it would have been 32 minutes. But he's a guy that's pretty active on the glass. He gets a few assists, gets some stocks. He only got 3 points last game, but still put up 24 fantasy points, so was able to get to 5x. So I think he's a decent last piece at his price range, so I like him. And then Brolo, played him last time on DK. He's 4-6. Don't mind him as a last piece either. But yeah, it's probably going to be Giannis for the most part, and then Dante for value if I want him on both sides as a last piece.
Yeah, about Giannis not playing his minutes last year, weren't there some talks about like an injury or something like that for him? Or is it because of the minutes people were speculating about a potential injury?
No, I think I'm just looking at it. He got hurt the last game, so I think they lost 0-4. They got swept by the Heat. So he played 36 game 1, 35 game 2, 34 game 3, and then last game, I remember it was in the bubble, he got hurt. I think it was his ankle in the second quarter. He had 30 fantasy points in 10 minutes, so he was on his way to a great game. But yeah, 36 minutes for Giannis in the playoffs is just too little, I think.
Yeah. Let's go. It'd be like us playing in a men's league and having an NBA player and just like resting him. It might just like be like, no, Chrissair needs to go in. We're down by 10. Chrissair, go in the game.
Yeah, got to save him for, I guess, a future game.
Exactly. Yeah, next game up and the last game of the slate here, Portland, Denver. So Portland's side, just Collins out for them. Projected starters: Lillard, McCollum, Norm Powell, Covington, and Yusef Nurkic. Were you surprised that Portland ended up winning the first game?
Not really. I think the spread was pretty close between them. Let me just see. Yeah, Denver was favored by 1, so it was pretty much a pick 'em. Um, Same thing here. Denver is favored by 2 today, so I have no idea what's going to happen in terms of the result of the game, but I mean, these games are pretty similar. Like the first game is a 224 over under. This one's at 226. First game has a 4.5 spread favoring the Bucks. This one has a 2.5 spread favoring the Nuggets. So it's pretty close, pretty similar games. So I'm not going to go out of my way to target one over the other. Kind of did that a few days ago just because this Portland game was the highest game by far. And it worked out well. So, but today I think we could just play it evenly, just play the best priced guys. But yeah, on the Portland side here, I don't have much interest in CJ and Dame. Dame's priced up like a stud. He's 10-1 on FanDuel, 9-5 on DraftKings, so it's a little hard to get to him, especially at point guard where there's a few value pieces that I think are decent plays. So don't love going to those guys. I think the main guy I'm gonna have interest in is gonna be Rocco. Rocco is 4-6 on FanDuel, DraftKings 4-4. He's just a guy that gets minutes, gets you some stocks. Not a high usage guy or anything like that, but should be on the court for a lot of the games. So, like I said earlier, we don't have much value, especially on a 2-game slate. So I think someone like Rocco for 4-4, 4-4 on DK, 4-6 on FanDuel is a good value piece. I like him. I think I have him in my core on FanDuel right now, just because he makes other pieces work. That's the only reason why. So yeah, he's probably going to be my favorite Blazer today in cash games. And then on DK, I think Nurkic is also viable. He got priced down to 6.7K. He was 7-2 last game, put up 42 fantasy points, 33 minutes. So I don't know why they priced him down, but I think he's probably in my core as well on DK just because he's a little bit too cheap. On FanDuel, he's 8K. You have Bam for 8.2, so there's no reason to go to Nurkic. But yeah, I think on DK, Nurk is a great play.
Rocco do you think he has decent upside with his 3-point shooting capabilities? If he gets hot, maybe if the defense focuses more, maybe makes an adjustment today, more focus on Lillard somehow, or McCollum, I don't know. And maybe he'd get some open shots. He could get hot.
Yeah, he always has upside. I mean, with the 3-pointers and the stocks, he can get you 8 stocks in a game. He can hit 5 threes, 6 threes. So he always has upside. The thing with him is he has a super low floor. I mean, but I think on a slate like this, his floor is probably like 15 to 17 fantasy points. I think that's probably good enough for a value piece, just so we can fit in some other studs. So I don't mind him. And then, like you said, he has the upside for sure.
Yeah, makes sense. Rondo says Rocco could be top 5 player in the NBA if he didn't skip leg day.
Yeah, have you seen the pictures?
No? Can you send some?
Well, let me try to find them. I don't know what to search.
And then let's see some question here from David, GPP on DraftKings, Chris. I'll just list the players. Tell me if you don't like anyone here. DraftKings tournament. Austin Rivers. How do you say this? Facundo Campazzo. Is that his name? Facundo?
Facu. Call him Facu.
Facu Campazzo. Michael Porter Jr., Trevor Ariza, Brooke Lopez, Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Fernie Simons.
Yeah, pretty solid. I mean, I think I like pretty much everyone there.
Okay. How do I open this one up? Copy.
Click open original on Discord. Bottom left, I think.
I gotta... Wait, will this load? There we go.
There. Yeah, so, I mean, he has the small legs.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with jumping, though, I think it has to do a lot with flexibility and mobility.
Yeah, makes sense.
A lot of it has to do with your flexibility and mobility, just throughout your whole body. It makes it a lot easier to jump. It's not always just strength. If you have poor flexibility and mobility, even if you have strong legs, you're not going to be able to jump. David deleted the message as soon as he said it's a good lineup, Chris. Keeping it to himself. Funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go through the other half here. Denver side, we have Barton, Dozier out for them. Projected starters, Campazzo, Rivers, Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Jokic. Yeah, is Aaron Gordon a bum, Chris? Is he good? What's going on with Gordon?
I mean, he's decent. I don't think we need him here today. I mean, he's a solid play. He's 5'2" on DK, 5'6" on FanDuel, but he's not going to be the guy I'm really interested in here. I think we have some other value pieces here that I like more, especially at the guard position. So obviously Murray, Barton, and Dozier, they're all out. So that opened up minutes for Facu. He came in. He became the starter, and he's been playing really well. He is 5.2, I think, on FanDuel. 5'4", sorry. So he's a good play there. At point guard, I think you need to play him just for the value that he gives us. Played 31 minutes last game. Got into some early foul trouble, so his early rotation was kind of messed up, but still ended up playing 31 minutes. He had some really nice passes. I was watching that game. He looked great, so I like him as a value piece at point guard. And then the other two value pieces at the guard position for them, Austin Rivers, 3.8K on DK, 4-4 on FanDuel. He got the start last game. He's been starting, I think, for their last 6 or so games. So I like him. Should see 30 plus minutes. Another guy that, I mean, on a slate like this, we don't have great value, so someone like Austin Rivers makes more sense. Monte Morris, same sort of thing. He's not going to start most likely, but he still should see 20 minutes off the bench, so I don't mind him as a last piece value guy. I think probably more viable on DK, where he's 3.9K. I don't love him, but I think he's there if you need it as a last piece just to fit in the other guys. So those are the three guards. Those are the three value pieces for me on this team. And then up top, we obviously have Jokic, who's, I mean, the best player on this team, the MVP this year. So I like him. He's 10-7 on FanDuel, so really good price tag there. I think 10-7 as well on DK. So I was kind of saying earlier, you're going to pick between him and Giannis on both sides, most likely. I think I'm personally going to go with Giannis on FanDuel, Jokic on DK. But if you want to play one guy on both sites or switch it around, go Jokic on FanDuel, Giannis on DK. I don't mind it. It's just pretty much a coin flip on who's going to do better there. So, yeah, I have no idea, but I love Jokic here. He had a great game last time out. Kind of got, like, they were down by 10 or 15 at the start of the fourth quarter, and he didn't come in until the 7-minute mark, which was pretty strange. Only played 35 minutes, which was also strange. So, yeah, I have no idea why Mike Malone did that. I thought that was pretty bad. And then other stud here, Michael Porter Jr. I love Michael Porter Jr. today. He's probably my favorite spend up on this team just because I think you can get him on both sites. 7K on DK, just way too cheap for him. FanDuel, he is 7.6K. So there's probably a decision there between him and Middleton. I kind of prefer Michael Porter Jr. He's shooting a ton of shots. He's playing a ton of minutes now. So, I mean, whenever he gets minutes, he always crushes. So I like him a lot. Have a ton of interest in him on both sites.
Nice. Yeah. Dinda here says rock legs are sequoias. I'm not sure how to say that. Do you know sequoias, Chris? I think it's a tree.
No, I don't.
It says compared to Rocco. Rondo says, I wish I had skinny calves. Skinny calves equals higher vert. Yeah, it's like the stick leg build. When your calves are the same size as like your quads, like you're below the knee and above the knee to your hips, when it's like the same size, that's a jumper's build right there. Let's see. T-Base says, yeah, too bad you have those fat, chunky Korean calves.
Is that to Rondo?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go over the core plays, right? We'll just do that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with FanDuel. So you got 4 guys here: Butler, Porter Jr., Campazzo, and Rocco. Just recap, why do you like these guys, Chris?
Yeah, so Facu and Porter, just talked about them. I like Facu a lot for value at the point guard position. Just helps you fit in either Jokic or Giannis. Same thing with Rocco. I mean, he's not like a smash play, but he's pretty safe. He has upside as well, so I like him. Michael Porter Jr., 7.6. I think that's too cheap for him, so I like him a lot. And then Butler, he was the first guy I talked about on the show. He's probably my favorite play on the entire slate with the production that he can give you.
Yep. And then which ones do you want to go over here?
Let's do first and second.
Surprising, the first one doesn't even have Jokic, and you said Jokic or Giannis is one of the choices today.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I think it's Giannis on FanDuel and then Jokic on DK. But yeah, we can go over the differences here. I think it's a 3v3. Same guys. Facu obviously locked him in. Rivers 4-4. Should have got 30 plus minutes here in this game. That's why I think he's a decent value piece. But Butler locked him in. Porter locked him in as well. Then Rocco locked him in. And then what is it? 3v3?
4.
4v4. So yeah, Monte Morris, Dante, DiVincenzo, Giannis, Bam versus Dragic, CJ, Ariza, and Jokic. So we can probably like X out, like treat it as a math equation. We could probably X out the two studs just because I think they're very similar. So that turns it into a 3v3. Morris, Dante, and Bam versus Dragic, CJ, and Ariza. So the spend up in this 3v3 is like Bam versus CJ. For some reason, I always hate playing CJ. I think I played him last night. He had a decent game. He always seems to give me 35 whenever I play him, and he's always like 7.5 to 8K, so never really crushes for me. I think he's a decent option as sort of a he's a safe option as a last piece guy there, so I don't mind him, but I do prefer Bam. And then the two other value pieces here, Dragic and Ariza versus Morris and DiVincenzo. So two Heat guys versus Nugget and Buck. I like the first side here with Morris and DiVincenzo. I just don't love Ariza. He's going to get a ton of minutes, so I guess that makes him a good play. But we have Dante for for a similar price. Prefer that, and then Morris versus Dragic. Obviously, Dragic is the better play, but I think overall with the 4v4 here, I like the first side more.
So with CJ, if you fade him, he's going to do well, and then if you don't fade him, he'll do poorly.
Yeah, I mean, if he goes for 50 and kills me, I'll live with that. I don't mind that if I fade him. But yeah, I mean that's probably gonna happen.
It's like me and Dogecoin. Buy Dogecoin, it goes down. Sell Dogecoin, it goes up. Maximum pain. I'm kidding. But yeah, that is the sentiment. Let's go over DraftKings here. Let me switch this to 20. Let's put your cores here. So you got Butler, Porter Jr., Rocco, and Rivers. So I guess is it just Rivers here in the core and Compazzo out of it?
Yeah, so Facu here is, I think he's 5'7", and Rivers is 3'8", compared to 4'4" on FanDuel. We had him in the FanDuel lineup on both teams, so still a really good play. Facu is still a decent play here on DK as well. But yeah, just with the salary, it fits easier like this. Yeah. And then we can look at the first two. I think it's a 1v1, like you said. So yeah, let's go over the entire lineup. So we have Monte Morris. I mean, don't love Monte Morris. He's 3.8K. I think he's a decent last piece. Or sorry, 3.9 here. Decent last piece. Don't love him, but he's in both. I guess I'm fine with that on a 2-game slate. Jimmy Butler in my core, Porter in my core, Jokic here. I think he makes more sense than Giannis at center. I like going there. He's 10.7, so $100 cheaper. So I like Jokic here. Rivers 3.8, locked him in. Rocco locked him in, then locked him in, and then Nurkic 6.7K. He got priced down for whatever reason. I think he's a really good play, so I like him a lot. And then 1v1 here, Dragic versus Dante. Slight lean to Dragic with projections. I don't know what I'll do here. I think this one's pretty close. I kind of prefer Dante. Just feels a little safer with his minutes. He's obviously a starter. Dragic comes off the bench. I don't think he started last game. Let me check. Yeah, he didn't start last game. He was starting their games in the playoffs last year, so if he ends up starting, then Dragic is obviously going to be the choice, but I think for now I'm probably going to lean with Dante on the second team here.
Okay. Let's see. Rondo says Porter Jr. such a steal, going at 14th. Props to Arturas Karnisovas, Nuggets ex-GM who drafted MPJ. I'd consider Arturas to be a better GM than myself.
I don't even know who that guy is. Never heard of him, but yeah, everyone was concerned about the back.
He was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt.
I think he also has like a family history. All his like siblings have like problems. They got hurt as well.
Yeah, I mean, so he still has potential to get hurt, but yeah, that's just he's a crazy steal. If there was a redraft, he'd probably go 1 or 2. I don't remember who went 1, but I think he would probably have very high chance to go 1.
What was that nasty draft that we looked at with like nobody in there, where the Raptors had the number 1 pick and they got what's his face?
Bargnani.
Yeah.
Probably like 2006. I don't remember exactly, but
6 or 7 or something like that. That was gross. Hasty says Madison Square Garden going crazy yesterday. Great to see that energy in New York again. Is New York back, Chris, or is New York dying?
No, New York is definitely back. That was a crazy game.
Nice.
That was my favorite game yesterday. That was just insane. The energy, the entire game, the finish of the game, the swings. Like Atlanta was up in the first half. New York brought it back. Obviously, Atlanta came back at the end, and Trae Young had the game winner. So yeah, that was a crazy game and then combine it with the energy from the crowd. Yeah, I love that game.
D Rose with a big bucket too.
Yeah, with the floater. Yeah.
Yeah. Hasty says, "Sorry I'm so late, boys. Got caught out running errands." What do you make of that, Chris?
All good. Probably have like, I don't know, 10 minutes left here, but yeah, glad you're here now.
Yeah, family always first though, Hasty. So that's good. Good that you're running the errands. T-Base says porters are made of glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rondo says Chris was going to go first in the men's league draft, but he hurt his back.
No, I was not going to go first.
Hasty says MPJ was top-rated guy in his high school class, coached by B. Roy, the God.
Probably Brandon Roy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what I thought of too. Okay, let's go over the single game slates here quickly. On both sides or just FanDuel?
No, we did both sites. We did both sites last time on the
Okay.
2-gamer.
What do you make of this? Giannis. Yeah, Giannis. Or is it obvious? Giannis at the MVP?
Yeah, I think so. And then Butler at the star, I think that's also obvious. I think the decisions here are the pro and util slots, just like these lineups here. So first one has Drew at the pro, and then Duncan, Robinson, and Portis. And then second one has Bam at the pro with Ariza and Tucker. I just don't want to play Tucker. He's an exercise guy, just stands in the corner, plays defense. So I don't want to play him. I like the first side here with Drew and Duncan.
Yep. Let's go over this. Portland, Denver. Let's see what the chat's going here. Dinda says Dylan Brooks, the GOAT. He says, oh, no, actually, he wrote Bricks both times. Oh, no, he wrote Dylan Bix first. Then he wrote Bricks. But yeah, he's a beast, right?
Yeah, he's crushing it right now.
MVP caliber play?
I mean, no, not really, but
That's not MVP
yeah,
caliber play?
no.
How much
I
more
don't
does he
think
need
so.
to do?
I mean, yeah, last game yesterday, I guess so, but
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
talking
he doesn't
about.
do it consistently.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about like his playoff performance. If he kept that up, MVP caliber play.
So just yesterday, not the playing games. He had
Yeah,
decent
just
playing
yesterday. If he
games,
keeps
but
going for the rest of the playoffs like that, MVP caliber play.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been crushing recently. Just yeah, it's crazy. Dylan Bricks, he's bringing it back.
T-Base says, do you know any barbers in North Fan that are open right now? Victoria Day holiday is letting me down in West Fan. Probably you could just call in. I'm not sure. Check out Guido's Barbershop. I don't know. Is everything closed today?
I don't know. I can give you one if you DM me. It's probably open. There's some Persians there. They're probably working today, so I can give you one if you want.
Yeah. Let's see. Hasty says, been sitting on people all year. Rexford, the barber on Lonsdale open. That place is a ripoff. That's like, I think that's the ripoff one. That's like $70 for a buzz cut. Yeah, $70 for a buzz cut, I think. If that's the one I'm thinking about, Hasty. That one, that's too expensive. Rondo says, grow a man bun. Solo says, who is Yurt 7?
Who's what?
Yurt 7.
What's that?
I don't know. Who's that?
Don't know, but yeah, let's quickly go over these.
Oh,
So yeah, Jokic. I think Jokic is the main guy here. We can go over it after this.
wait, this.
Okay, yeah, I don't know who this is. I think they signed him. I think we talked about him last time.
Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think Jokic is the main guy here. Star looks like the decision between these top two lineups is Dame at the star versus Porter at the star, and then obviously the other guy goes in pro. Gordon and Melo. I think Melo is way too cheap here. He's 7K, so I think you got to play him. And then Gordon, I like him as well. So I honestly think the first side here is pretty obvious. I think that's the chalk team today on this slate.
Is this Marcus Howard? He's the guy who's the bucket, right? Bucket getter.
Yeah, he had some awful games in the regular season, but he looked decent last time in their first game.
Yeah. I guess we can go over your 7 afterwards, Chris, after these DK ones quickly. Just so Solo's up to date with all the players. Also, so we're up to date. But yeah, who should we do here? Should we do the old exclude trick or the standard?
No, I'll give you two
include?
locks. I'll give you Butler. I think he's a lock, and then I'll do
Butler,
Brolo as well.
Butler captain, Butler util, Butler,
Both util. Butler and Brolo util.
Butler and Brolo. Okay. Brent's in here. He says he's late, but always great to plug into the awesome content. Appreciate you being here, man. Good to see you as well. Let's see. Hasty says $35. It's for millennials. Very cool place. Why is it for millennials? Barbershop.
What's
millennials.
it called?
Huh?
What's it called?
Rex Barbershop or something. I honestly, Hasty. I think I went there like
Rexford?
Yeah, I think I went there like 6 months ago. It's like Lower Lonsdale, and it was like $50 for a haircut. Maybe the price has changed since it opened up or something, but it was definitely if it's the same one that I'm thinking of, it's a ripoff, in my opinion. But yeah,
It looks pretty nice.
I think it is. Let me look this up. Let's see.
I don't like they have some random people cutting the hair. Like there's this guy with some bad hair. There's this girl, another guy with some bad hair. I like the young guys with good hair cutting my hair because then they kind of know what they're doing. That's what I feel like.
You know that's true. I was gonna say, first of all, that is the place that I went once. It was a ripoff. Maybe I got ripped off. I thought standard pricing, but it was like $50 for a haircut. But yeah, it's kind of funny when you go to a barber shop and then they have bad hair. It's like, I don't know. It's like if you got. Then again, there's like trainers in the NBA who are out of shape, fat.
I mean, those trainers are like they're known for being trainers. Like if you're going to a random barber shop, and that's the first thing you see, then you're like, oh, that's how I see it because that's the first thing I see. That's how I kind of decide if I want to go or not.
What about like a dietitian? Say I've never been to a dietitian, but say you go to a dietitian, someone who's supposed to help you with your food, and they're obese. Like, would you want them to be your dietitian? Like, how good is their advice if they can't even do it themselves?
There's probably not that many like that.
I think I saw like, what about like a health minister, like an obese health minister? I think there's one in Europe somewhere who's obese.
I don't know. I don't even know what they do, health ministers.
Yeah, I just think if you have the word health in your title, you should probably be a little bit healthy, I think. I don't know. Brent says preach. But yeah, did we go over this one, Chris? Bryn Forbes at the captain?
No, we didn't, but yeah, so basically if you go Forbes at the captain here, you get pretty much all the best plays other than Middleton, I guess. But you get Giannis, Butler and Bam, and then Drew and Brolo. So I do like that. I think Bryn, I mean, if he gets you 20 fantasy points, I think this team's going to be great. Second team with Giannis at the captain, you don't get Bam and Drew. Instead, you get Portis, Brolo, and Forbes as some value pieces. I don't know what I like here. It's very close. I think if you want the safer side, probably the Bryn Forbes captain, just because you get all the other best plays. If you want some upside, do like Giannis, and then if Portis has a big game, then this side will win. But I think in cash games, probably the safer thing to do is Bryn Forbes captain.
Okay. Dylan says, get the barber that did Gallinari's hair. I haven't seen Gallinari's hair. Can I get a picture? I've heard of people making fun of his hair. I don't know if it was in the Discord.
Turn on the highlights of that game. You'll see it. He must have lost a bet or something.
What is his haircut?
Just a mohawk.
Okay, let me see if we can find it. Let's see. Hasty says that fat girl is the worst. I think the health minister. I think they know what I'm talking about. Let's turn it up to Let's go 720p. We've got the studio budget here today, Chris. Had a few days off. Studio budget is we've got some extra money in the reserves now.
I gotta say, I'm gonna sound like a
he's
broken
right there
record
at the
tonight.
top.
To see this seed
That looks like something you'd see in a men's league.
is something else.
I mean,
Struggling a little bit to
he had to lose a
contain the
bet or something like
penetration
that.
of this Knicks team.
Here's Gallinari, puts it on the deck, taking Gibson. A couple of fakes, beautifully done by the Italian national Danilo.
What's wrong with that?
Gallinari.
Looks good.
Let's see the comments. The comments probably say something.
431 views. You think there'll be good comments here?
No, probably not. Yeah.
Do you want to leave one?
No.
Leave your mark, imprint.
No.
But yeah, what do you make of this guy, Chris? You're at 7. Oh,
Never seen him play. He's a center, and he's taking a jumper from the paint.
like a fader.
7 feet, 264. I think he was signed like last week, 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I've never heard of him.
Let's see. Brent was asking if there's a great clips out here. He says, if not, you're not missing anything.
I don't think there is. I mean, I watch a lot of like American. Oh, well, I watch a lot of sports, so I get a lot of American ads. But yeah, great clips. I think they run the budget haircut industry because I mean they have a lot of ads.
It's like you got like your budget pizza joint. You got your budget haircut ads. What's like budget pizza? I've seen Shaq. He's dominating the Papa John's. Papa Pizza.
Jones.
Papa John's.
Yeah, John's. Yeah, I mean, I think they're all budget, like Domino's, Pizza Hut.
Is
all
it
that
budget
stuff.
or is it just like fast food pizza? I think it's like budget pizza.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I think it's normal because it's not like you're getting $80 pizzas most of the time. Maybe like.
I mean, yeah, I was in Richmond the other day. I didn't get it, but there's a pizza there. It's like $120 for a medium-sized pizza with a little bit of seafood sprinkled on it. I didn't get it, obviously, but I saw that. It was,
Is it the lobster one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
it's absurd. Let's see. T-Bay says, let's see. He says, how much should a haircut cost? Probably, like, here, probably no more than 30, 25, 30.
Depends where you are. But it really does. Like, I mean, here I think it's probably $35 Canadian, of course. I think in the US probably like $20, $25 US.
I mean, have you seen the CAD USD? CAD's catching up. What's going on, America? Look at that.
I don't know.
Or it was. I don't know. This chart kind of sucks. I think I have to do USD to CAD. Yeah, look at this. Tanking. What's going on? Biden, come on. What is this? What's going on, Chris?
I mean, it's just a little bit. 5 cents.
I mean, that's pretty big. In the last 5 years, one of the lowest it's been.
Yeah.
Do you remember the good old days, Chris?
2011, it was more powerful.
Yeah, more power. Drive over to the States.
Interesting.
People used to get gas here. Cross the border, get gas. Save some money. I never got that because like it's like a 2-hour trip. Like people make like a 2-hour trip to save like $20 on gas. It's like,
Yeah,
all
it
right,
doesn't make
but you
sense.
spent 2 hours doing that. Maybe I'm missing something. But let's see these highlights, Chris.
Great to have you with us as we tip off this final week of the G League regular.
Actually, wait. Could go 720p. T-Bay says Papa John's pizza, so good. Anush is here. He says, Chris, did you say your wedding is in November or December?
My wedding? I don't have a wedding. Must be thinking of another Chris. Maybe he's thinking of the other guy, Rinpak.
Rinpak.
Yeah.
Hasty says, don't eat that pizza. It's for tourists. Papa John's for tourists? Really? I don't think so. Oh, the Steve's. Yeah.
Lobster.
The Stevenson one, yeah. I guess so. Probably.
Hasty's probably had it.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't eat it. But, I mean, seafood pizza's pretty good. We had some in the Balkans when we were there. It's pretty good. Let's see. Brent says, true story. I graduated from high school with the CEO of Papa John's. Pro tip: it's not me. And yes, I'm old too. He says.
It's not meat, he said.
He said it's not me.
Oh, he's not the CEO.
Yeah, Papa John's. Soda Poppy. Yeah,
Wait, let's look that up. We can find out Brent's age. Papa John's CEO.
Let's see if we can
Papa
find.
John Schnatter.
Can we find the grad pick? Papa John's grad pick.
John Schnatter. That guy?
Yeah.
1961. Born in 61.
Look at that. That's awesome. Oh, I was also talking. You know how we have like that big, like Bulldog or something gambling company from Vancouver?
No.
I think Hasty might know it. Like, I don't know, something to do with dog. And I don't know. I forget.
Bodog?
Is that it? Is that a gambling site?
It's not in Vancouver, I don't think.
They're from Canada, I think.
No, I mean, you can look it up. Bodog. I don't. Is it like a dog logo or what is it?
Is it called Bodog? What is it?
That.
Maybe honestly I don't know. Maybe not. Then never mind. Isn't there like a big one that was from Vancouver?
Top Shot? Dapper Labs?
I don't know. What? Never mind. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty cool from Brent. T-Base says $35. Chris, where are you getting these cuts? Diva behavior.
I mean, Thomas probably gets his cuts, $20. They're from someone's mom. Like some local high school mother trying to make a few extra bucks on the side.
Actually, we know that's true because he said that once before. He said he can only get haircuts from this one woman who's, I think, mother of someone he went to high school with.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but I mean, I spend the extra $15. I go to a younger guy. He has nice hair. So yeah, that's what I do.
He has nice hair. Yeah, I mean, when you're not paying rent, I guess, like if T-Base going to someone's house, then their mom's doing it.
He's not going to someone's house.
Oh, really? There's honestly, there's places where you can get haircuts like that. You go to someone's house, it's like a garage or a basement. They have like the chair set up. They have all the stuff, and it's usually a bit cheaper because they don't have to pay the rent. Maybe it's only cash. You know, avoiding the taxes, things like that. I'm not endorsing that, but you know, some people do that. So there's definitely ways to get a better deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Dennis says Gallinari is an Atlanta Brave, not Hawk. What? Hasty says that was savage. Way better food than that in Richmond. We should go one day. Food courts in the malls are lit. Which mall?
I wouldn't make Hasty out to be a food court guy. That's new to me. That's news.
That's true. Unless it's like, maybe he means like one of the Asian malls, like a Chinese mall. Maybe like.
Still, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because Hasty knows all like the hip, like high quality, like random location restaurants. So yeah, it's kind of stark contrast to food court, I'd say. So that's surprising as well. T-Bays, he says he goes to an actual salon. Do pay cash only though, so I guess no taxes. Brent says his aunt used to cut his hair in the basement. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom used to cut mine up until grade 11 or something like that for me. And then I think at the start of COVID, I was doing my own cuts. I think you actually did one of my cuts, Chris, before. Yep. Hasty says black market kitchen haircuts are the move.
What is that? Black market kitchen? Kitchen, he said?
Yeah, like a haircut in someone's kitchen, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I've never had it in the kitchen. It's usually like in a basement or like a garage. But I guess the kitchen sounds more, I don't know, more sketchy. But yeah, let's check this guy out, Chris.
Great to have you with us as we tip off this final week of the G League regular season. The road leading to an 8-team single elimination playoff. Shannon Scott, that was pretty. And he got Pokashevsky on skates, which makes it that much more impressive.
It's a 2-man, 7-foot game.
Pokashevsky off to yard 7. Too easy.
Just too tall. They're
Here's
just
the
having fun out there.
Edwards easy to yard 7. Here comes the blue.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much the Thunder squad that we were watching for the last kind of quarter of the season.
Oh, Almir yard 7 is lighting it up. This was off. Harry's got space, but he couldn't hang on to it.
Does he move well, Chris?
Edwards.
Yeah, he's fine. I don't know why he went for a floater there.
So if you're
I was
younger
thinking that
player
too.
or you're looking to develop your skills like I am, you can catch out Xavier Simpson and
Dude, a little
Rob Edwards
soft.
coming up at the break as your 7 keeps dominating throughout our world.
Come on, if you're
Seen that
7
with the
feet
Junior
tall,
NBA Global
finish
Championship in
harder.
Orlando. You're at 7.
Is he a skilled big?
You're at 7. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
probably.
he's got 20.
Probably a skill guy.
She switches into
And
your
actually
3-pointer.
played for Brooklyn some last year, and now
What's
with
his name?
Long
Yurt
Island.
7?
Yeah.
And today,
Yeah, might have to.
Simpson on the attack. Gives to Yurt 7.
It's
In and
also
out
like
for
a strange finish here. Look at this.
Simpson on the attack. Gives to Yurt 7. In and out for Yurt 7. Gets it
That's
back.
more like
and
it.
Almir Yurt 7 throws it down. Sticks on the shot clock. Yurt 7 has 30 today.
Looks a little soft.
Almir Yurt 7 shut down. 2 on the timer. He gets it to go.
What's the best way to toughen up a player like this, Hasty? What do you do?
Put him on the Heat.
Put him on the Heat? Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he does well. Hasty says, yeah, Asian Malls, Richmond Center, Richmond Market building upstairs. Says, how do you say this? XIAO? Xiao? Xiao noodles? Xiaomi? Xiaomi. Xiaomi noodles.
Yes.
Best $10 meal in Vancouver. That's maybe, who knows? Hasty says Turkish Big can play. What do we have? One more. Did we go over everything? No, we have one more here, right?
Yeah, one more.
Okay, who do we lock? Utils only.
Let's do MPJ, Util, and give me Anthony Simons. I think he's 2.6K, so I like that price tag.
Okay. So yeah, Jokic captain, Nurkic in one of them, Lillard, CJ also in one of them. Actually, wait. Yeah, we got Rivers here in the second one. That's kind of interesting. I guess you got 2 studs here. Jokic, Dame. Is it worth it, Chris?
Yeah, you pretty much get Dame. I don't think it's as necessary here because you have Rivers, who's pretty cheap, and the other game that we talked about, Forbes captain, I think made more sense because you have studs on both teams who kind of do mostly everything, so it makes sense to get them. But here we have a value piece in Rivers who should see 30+ minutes. Anthony should see 20+ minutes, so I don't mind these guys. I like getting Jokic MVP. I think the first lineup here is the way to go, in my opinion.
Okay. It's not Xiaomi noodles. Xiao noodles. It's Cheyenne. Xian. X-Men noodles. How do you say that, Chris?
What? How do you spell it?
Xian.
I don't know.
Is the X like a... Oh, are you there? You cut out?
I'm there. Jian? Jian? I don't know.
Yeah, is X like a J or a Sh? I don't know. I honestly don't know. All I know is that I tried studying Mandarin once in high school, and then the teacher, everyone in the class was Chinese, so they didn't teach the class at all. And there was no teaching going on, and I had to drop out because I couldn't keep up. So that's all I know. Yeah, anything else, Chris, to go over? Is that it here?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Quick reminder, check out our site, dfscrunch.com. If you're a new member, if you haven't been with us before, you'll get 3 days for free to try out our whole optimizer, all of our website. So it includes all the sports that we have, NBA, NHL, every main sport that's playing on FanDuel and DraftKings, we have it. We also have WNBA recently added that. So there's a lot of stuff here. It's all included during the trial. You also get access to our Discord community, so it's a good place to ask questions about how to use the tool, maybe questions about the slate, things like that. So awesome community here. You get full access to that during your 3-day free trial. And then just so you know, you can cancel anytime during that trial or anytime afterwards. So the first charge will be 72 hours from the moment you sign up. So you won't be charged before then. And then to manage your account, you can do it yourself. It's in the sidebar here, bottom left. Click on this or hover over it. Click on your account center thing here, and then that's where you can manage it. So that's pretty straightforward. And then YouTube stuff, guys, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell button, hit the alt text if you enjoyed the content. Helps us grow, so helps us a lot. Appreciate it. So if you like the content, do all that stuff. I think we'll be back at it if the slates aren't in the morning. So I'll be doing shows throughout the playoffs for that. I think maybe Chris will do some TikTok content or something like that. I'm not sure. It's in the works, right, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do some TikTok content if we can figure that out for DFS. So that's something we'll figure out maybe. And yeah, we'll be in the Discord now, so if you guys have more questions, come hang up there. Let's see, we got some more food talk here. Food court talk from Hasty says, great to have you back, boys. Aberdeen Mall for chicken wings and Parker Place for pho and Taiwanese pork bao. So good.
Hasty, he knows all the spots.
You got to check the spelling on Taiwanese.
What was it?
I'm only calling him out because he's a substitute teacher. I hope he doesn't substitute English or geography.
Oh. What was it?
TIW. Is that too mean? I don't think that's too mean. That's fair. But anyway, it's all love, Hasty. It says, good luck to all the crunchers, LFG. I'm with them on that. It's a good note to end it on. Seems like a good day. Good slate. Lots of good games so far in the playoffs. Play-ins were a hit. Hopefully we keep doing those. Do you know if that's a thing, Chris, moving forward?
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, they had great ratings.
Yeah, it was really fun. So hopefully we have more of that type of stuff. Honestly, less of the regular season stuff and more of the sort of stuff that kind of matters for the playoffs. I think moving more towards that type of stuff, maybe more of whatever the play-ins are, more of that kind of competitive structure. I think that would be a great thing for the league. So hopefully they can figure out some more stuff like that, sort of extend that play-in tournament thing. I think that would be great. Yeah, it's exciting times here. Good to see fans back in the crowds as well. That's also exciting. Games are good, so hopefully we'll get some good games here today. Spreads look pretty good, so everything looks good, guys. You got the right spelling. So actually, did he? I don't think so, but it's better, I think. I'm not sure now. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back at it tomorrow, I think. And yeah, good luck today, guys.